Okay, this is video number 2. This is the dating equation for men. This is actually the first of 2 videos on the dating equation, so we're just going to jump right into it. So in the creation of this course, I had a question at what point to introduce to you the dating equation for men. This is an equation that I personally came up with, used it, tweaked it, and mastered it with Angie. I have since let other men in, gave them the tools to execute it, and those who have used it love it. Before I introduce it to you, I want to warn you that it's going to sound fun and pithy, but it's actually not a joke. It's I think it's very valuable. I believe that if you understand and execute this equation, it will set you up for massive success. There are 2 things I want to remind you of, and I'll be drilling this home in the next few modules. 1, you haven't won her yet, and 2, it's go time. 3, intimacy is the good stuff. We're simply creating the conditions for you to get there, right? Okay, back in the dating, we're gonna jump back in the we're gonna jump back into the dating equation. Are you ready? Here we go. The dating equation for men. This is it. Number 1, do massive investigative research on what makes her feel special. Number 2, do it. Number 3, do it again. Number 4, do it again. Add chocolate. Asterisk number 1, get rid of fear. Asterisk number 2, get rid of selfishness. Parentheses, repeat the process. So that's the dating equation. There it is. Take a look, digest it for a bit, pause the video and read over it a few times if you like. We'll be unpacking this a little bit more in the near future. So if you want to press pause, do it now. Okay, we're back. To give you a little history on this dating equation, I came up with it when I started dating Angie, and she loved it. When I was still pursuing her before we entered into a committed relationship, I simply told her, just so you know, I have an equation for dating you that's going to win you over, and you'll be in a perpetual state of bliss. It's going to be so good that all the women in your life surrounding you might be a little jealous, so prepare yourself. And she laughed and said, so are you going to tell me this equation of yours, or am I going to have to guess? And of course, she said this with a huge smile on her face. And I said, no, you're not going to have to guess. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'm going to execute it. Be careful, though, it might just sweep you off your feet. With suave, of course. Then I told her my dating equation, and she smiled ear to ear and said softly, I really like this. I don't know if I've ever had this before. So let's break it down and unpack it. And for the rest of this module, I'll occasionally refer back to it. So, number 1, do massive investigative research on what makes her feel special. In the first module, the attraction module, we discussed the idea of differentiation and how differentiation leads to curiosity and curiosity leads to opportunity. We actually discussed this both in module 1 and module 2. So I'm assuming that at this point in your relationship, she has given you an opportunity, right? So you naturally have a little information that's going to set you up for success. In dating, it's not just about action, it's about smart action. And in order to take smart action, we need really good information. I asked Angie early in our relationship what she liked to do for fun and memories or fun things that she did with her family when she was young. And she told me, I love to be outdoors and love being around the water. That was great information. All right, so let me ask you a question. If Angie tells me that she loves the outdoors and water, and I had a choice of taking her out to dinner or on a small hike followed by wine, cheese, and chocolate at my place, which one do you think I did? That's right. As she likes to tell me, Ryan, you really don't have to make things that complicated. Y'all, do your research. Find out what she likes, what she enjoys. Consider asking her friends. Shoot, ask her directly like I did. Then do it. Point number 2, take action. Do it, right? Take action on what she enjoys. I know this doesn't sound complicated, but I've worked with guys who find out the information that they're looking for that would set them up for success, but alas, they fail to take smart action. Don't do stupid action or dumb action. Smart action is good. One of the keys to life in general, as well as in dating, is smart, targeted, actionable knowledge. When you hit the target just right, you'll find that the end result will be comfort, delight, contentment. She'll open up. It'll be good. And just like we talked about flirting in Module 2 and why flirting is so powerful is that it evokes within her a sense of playfulness, freedom, and openness to connection. And connection is the pathway to intimacy. Point number 3, do it again. On date number 2 with Angie, do you think that I took her out to dinner and then after dinner took her on a walk down by the river through the center of town? Wrong. Nope. I found another place just outside of town the next week to go hiking along a stream, and then we hit up a coffee shop later in the afternoon. Remember what I learned early on. Outdoors and water. I simply did it again. Keep it simple. Don't want to be stupid. And what I'm going to do consistently what am I going to do consistently as I'm taking her out? That's right. I'm learning. I'm doing my research. I'm finding out what she enjoys. In dating, especially in the commitment phase, what you're learning is how to take knowledgeable action. And simple is often better. Every time I share the dating equation, and this is point number 4, do it again, add chocolate. Every time I share the dating equation with women, they always look down and smile with that, I wish every guy would know this look. And this is important because this is fundamental in what the research calls the alpha-beta response in dating. And some of you, we've talked about this before, right? You see, men generally coming from the alpha internal perspective, an alpha view will be able to tell exactly what they want. Women, or the beta response on the other hand, often don't know what they want at times until they feel it, right? This is actually a sales principle called the alpha-beta shopping experience. In an alpha shopping experience, they usually know exactly what they want. So if you were to trace a line of their shopping experience when they go through the mall, or they go through the store, an alpha shopper would walk directly into the grocery store, turn down aisle 6, pick up the coffee that they came for, and then proceed to check out. They're direct lines and very quick in and leave, right? A beta shopper will go to the grocery store, look at the displays, meander down aisle 6, slowly glancing at all the different options, compile an assortment of items. Another difference between the alpha and beta is that the alpha has 3 or 4 direct lines in the store, whereas the beta lines are usually zigzag all over the place. Women at times aren't able to tell you what they want until they feel it. Men, on the other hand, usually know exactly what they want. Remember what we learned in the previous module. Men need to learn to overcome the problem of speed and volume, because this leads to speed, panic, you're panicky, or volume, you're overly direct. Remember, speed and volume doesn't communicate very well in the land of beta. This is why point number 4, do it again, add chocolate, is massively important. And it isn't because every woman loves chocolate, although a lot of them do. It's because you have to help her discover what she likes. If you're doing your job well, you're going to help her discover what she likes, what she doesn't like, and it's going to be a fun journey as you hone in and create the conditions for massive success. We're going to continue our next module with the dating equation part 2 as we continue to unpack it. I think you'll enjoy it. I'll see you soon. So join me in the next video for the dating equation part 2. See you soon.